Welcome to Chapter 13, Removable Media. Floppy disk drives are a thing of the past. Hopefully, you will never encounter one. But if you do encounter a floppy disk drive, remember that there is a maximum of 2 floppy drives per computer. Also remember that the cable from the motherboard to the drive is a 34-pin parallel cable, and the power cable has 4 pins. The drive letters A and B are reserved for floppy drives. And if the cable has a dual connector, the end connector is assigned A and the middle connector is assigned B. Flash memory. Flash memory includes both USB thumb drives and memory cards. A flash stick or thumb drive can hold more data than floppies, sometimes actually thousands of times more data. They do not require external power. They are hot swappable, and some computers actually allow you to boot from them. Flash cards are used in many kinds of electronic devices like cameras, tablets, phones, and MP3 players. They allow you to store more data than the device allows originally. Secure Digital, or SD, is probably the most popular flash card today. It does come in various sizes, including that mini or micro SD card, very, very small, easy to lose. But no matter what type of flash card you do use, you'll need some type of reader. You can get either like a single type of card reader. Often those micro flash micro SD cards come with a regular size thing that's a reader, or you can get all-in-one readers. So let's talk about optical disk storage. Optical disks store data by using microscopic pits that are burned into a glass master with a powerful laser. Then other lasers reproduce these pits in plastic, and they are then coated with reflective material. Compact data ROM or CD-ROM disks store data using ISO 9600 file system. It's also known as CDFS or CD file system. The original speed of CD-ROM drive was 150 kilobytes per second. And so speeds of CD-ROM drives are measured in multiples of this speed. You'll see like 10 times, 16 times, etc. Most CD-ROM drives are ATOPI compliant and therefore do not need special drivers to operate any longer. CDs store about 700 megabytes of data and can be written as audio as well as data disks. Digital video discs, DVDs, were originally used just for video, but usage evolved to include data storage, and so the name evolved to Digital Versatile Disc. You can burn these both as video or data discs as well. A DVD can hold a minimum of 4.37 gigabytes of data and as much as 16 gigabytes, depending on whether it's double-sided and multi-layered. The pits in the DVD are much finer and denser, allowing it to hold more data. A DVD video can store up to 2 hours of MPEG-2 video, which explains why the Lord of the Rings trilogy takes up 2 DVDs. The standard Blu-ray disc, or BD, can store up to 25 gigabytes on a single layer disc, and up to 50 gigabytes on a dual layer disc. Blu-ray video has near perfect quality. The reason you see those .iso files that are basically an image of an entire optical disc is because that name ISO comes from the original file system from CDs, that ISO 9600. Let's talk about troubleshooting removable media. So we'll start with floppies. The key to keeping floppy disks working is to keep them clean. So when a floppy drive stops reading disks, which can be confirmed by trying multiple known good disks, you simply need to replace it. An optical drive, whether CD, DVD, or Blu-ray, if it's not working, check the installation first. If it cannot read a burned disk, test a commercially manufactured disk, because it may just not support whatever media type that burned disk is. If the disk is dirty, clean it with a soft, damp cloth, not with soap and water. And as your book mentions, never clean an optical disc in the dishwasher. Now, I wish I knew the story behind having to say that, but that is just an interesting thing to imagine. If a disc actually gets stuck in an optical drive, a bent paper clip or some other small but sturdy wire can help you manually get it free by pressing on a switch behind that tiny hole in the front. Also, not all media brands are created equal, and not all drives are created equal. So you may have to experiment with different brands to see which ones play nice with one another. Obviously, the cheapest, CD or DVD, burnable DVD you can buy at the cheapest place in town may not work with the cheapest CD burner you can find. Remember that DVDs and Blu-rays have not only drivers, but they also have region codes that can be misconfigured. So if, say, you're trying to watch a Blu-ray that is burned, has a region code of 5, which is like Russia, part of Asia, it's not going to play in a player that's region code is 1. Also, Blu-ray disc may have issues with a video adapter or a driver if they're not compatible. Buffer underrun is caused by a source device failing to keep the recording device loaded with data. Buffer underruns are the leading cause of improperly burned and therefore useless disks or media. The device with a larger buffer is the leading fix for this problem. And always remember, keep calm and document everything.